Well, so I'm using my phone here, so I do apologise for the tiny bit of audio that you'll hear via the video that I'm about to play a segment of because it's obviously going to sort of echo. So I do apologise in advance for that. But I want to I was watching this video here. I posted a video yesterday about an incident that allegedly occurred at a campsite at Drumnadrocket, at Loch Ness just a few nights ago, Thursday night, I believe. And obviously, an 8-year-old boy was allegedly sexually assaulted, which is egregious, obviously. Of course it is. And I'm not going to be one of these sort of twats. I think the entirety of the story is completely fabricated from start to finish. However, there is a few things that I think are a bit weird with the way that some of the media coverage has been in relation to it. But I just want to point to something here, and that is the sort of way that these people trip over themselves, in order to just, I don't know if this is just because this is Scotland, but given the alleged sort of tension, politically speaking, in the UK as well as Scotland as of late, maybe you could potentially forgive this individual here, this detective, for using the words that he uses. But I mean, it's just a very fucking strange set of sentences that he begins to chant out, and quite frankly, um, it's just left me scratching my head a bit. So I will play the little segment here, and I will reiterate what I said at the beginning. I do apologise for the fact it is going to sound like there's an echo. It's not going to be the best of audio, but I am using my phone. So, yeah.
The man is described as being 35 to 50 years of age, 5 foot 10 approximately, white male, and with a 5 foot 10, and with he was bald on top of his head. He was last seen walking away into the campsite in the darkness, and today we're really looking for the public to assist us with the information to try and develop what we know. We're looking for anyone who's seen anyone acting suspiciously before the incident or after the incident, bearing in mind that somebody may have been present in the hours before or in the hours afterwards. If anyone has been in the campsite, has seen anything, we'd like to hear from them. If anyone has been passing on the 82 nearby, we'd like to hear from them. If there's any dash cam footage, again, we would be interested in all that information. So we don't know where he's from. We do know he spoke English, but we don't know whether he was a UK national or whether he was European or any other foreign national.
How do you know he spoke English?
So when the father when the father came out, he asked the man what he was doing. The man has spoken back to him and then walked off. The family were there on holiday. Since the incident, we've obviously had a significant police presence, and we've been carrying out investigations in terms of CCTV inquiry. We've been speaking to witnesses.
I mean, there is a lot of people that are, especially in the comment sections of any video relating to this, a lot of people starting to inquire into the sort of strangeness of some aspects of the story, and I'm not about to get into that for obvious reasons, because at the end of the day, if this incident did occur, I think it would be pretty fucking out of order to sit there and question the rights and wrongs and whatnot, right? I mean, that's entirely your prerogative, and I do have my own opinions on some of the aspects of said story, but it's just the fact that this guy completely trips over himself when it comes to the description of this individual in question. We know that he speaks English, but we don't know if he's a British national or not, aka he's a foreigner, right? And I don't say that to be a racist, because he's been described as a white man, right? But I mean, he could be Latvian, he could be Swedish, he could be Norwegian, he could be fucking Slovakian. I don't know, but the reality of the matter is this, and it's pretty clear, right? if Hamza Yusuf, for example, phoned you right now on a number that a number phones you up randomly and Hamza Yusuf was on the other end of the line, you wouldn't be able to tell the fucking difference in terms of what colour the guy was, right? You wouldn't know because he was born and raised in fucking Glasgow, albeit, yes, he's got ethnic origins elsewhere. So this isn't even a colour issue. The fact that these people can't just say, I don't know why they're not saying it, right? I don't understand how you can stand there and trip over yourself and bang on about, well, we know he spoke English, but we don't know if he's a British national or not. What does that fucking mean? Well, that suggests to me, if we are to take this at face value, is that the person, presumably, and the white guy they're speaking about, had a foreign accent, but he was white, right? Why not just say that? Why do we continuously dance around the issues here? Because at the end of the fucking day, right, if the person had a Mancunian accent or an Invernessian accent or an Aberdonian accent, it would make the crime in question just as egregious as this, as it being committed by a foreigner. Why do we continuously dance round these issues? I mean, it's a self-explanatory question, quite frankly, but I mean, come on. I don't know why they're not just coming out and saying what they need to say, right? If you're all prepared to stand there and conduct interviews and give as much of a description as you can about the crime in question, the time and place, but you're not prepared to actually just say, the guy's a fucking foreigner. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, but again, right? Am I jumping to conclusions here? Am I being over presumptuous? I don't think I am. How can you stand there and say, right, that he spoke English, but we don't know if he's a British national? That suggests to me he had a fucking foreign accent, whether that's Albanian, Slovakian, Swedish, etc. I don't know, right? Plenty of countries in the European continent, but regardless, the fact that you can't say straightforwardly to the public that this person in question, this alleged suspect, is a British national or not, suggests to me indirectly that he is not a British national, right? And again, just to conclude, because I am not in any capacity trying to make light or of this serious allegation, because it's disgusting, quite frankly, and again, it wouldn't matter if the cunt lived next door to me or if he was from Cambodia, etc. Anybody that does anything to animals or children, as far as I'm concerned, they're all scumbags, irrespective of colour. On that note, adios.